Well, hello everyone. This is PA Figs, and we are in day 10 of our quarantine here in Pennsylvania. And these are sobering times. No, I mean, these are really sobering times. Pennsylvania has shut down our state-run liquor stores, which is the only way we get anything but beer, any type of liquor in general. So, got my last glass here of a drink called Quick Fix that I make. Comes with primarily absinthe and Midori liqueurs. This is it. Last glass. I really underestimated the potential of this thing and did not think it would go this long, so I did not stock up on alcohol, and we literally have nowhere to get alcohol in Pennsylvania unless we cross a border, which I don't really feel comfortable doing with everything going on, not because I'm worried about getting the virus, but just doing my part here for the social distancing, stay-at-home, shelter-in-place thing. So, cheers. Might be a while before I have this again. Maybe grumpier in future videos. If anyone wants to do a trade for cuttings for a bottle of absinthe or Midori, hit me up. But, yeah, it's been a sobering 10 days here. You really don't think about this type of stuff too much, and you figure, it's just going to be a few days, maybe 2 weeks. No big deal, we can make do. Tell you right now, with New York City struggling like it is, it looks like it's going to be a long time. So I would not be surprised if this goes until the summer. Hopefully the warmer weather comes to the north, northeast, starts knocking this thing down a little bit. It's just too hard to tell, so in the meantime, we've been slowly preparing a little bit more for the worst. I'm not going to say, we're end-of-days apocalypse thinkers or anything like that, but we have transferred a little bit from the flowers and, all things pretty to do at least a mixture of some vegetables and other edibles that we can eat. Right now, the big argument with Teresa and I are chickens. Our HOA does not allow chickens. We're only on a quarter acre or third acre or something like that. And I think even the township rule says you need to have an acre. But this day and age, I'm thinking to hell with the township rules. I can't imagine my neighbors are going to complain, especially if they think to themselves, geez, we'll have a source for, eggs if they get tight. And I know I went to the grocery store 2 days ago to stock up a little bit, and they had a limit on eggs. I think it was 1 or 2 dozen, and they were going fast. So, strange times. Now the hope is the initial rush gets over with everything being locked down, and the panic settles in, and the supply chain is still there, and people are still working, and people are able to bring new food to the grocery stores. But my point to Teresa is, doesn't hurt to be prepared just in case. Better to say, oh, we have chickens, the quarantine lockdown is over, we need to get rid of the chickens now. We know some people that would gladly take them. Not a big deal. So we're still arguing over that. If anybody knows a good place to get a inexpensive coop, not looking for anything fancy, 2 chickens, 2 hens, just something to, last a year or so, and then if things are still up in the air, I could, always build something or, hopefully still buy something by then. So, okay, time out on the negativity, and let's show you a little bit around the greenhouse here. Okay, so things are doing pretty well in the greenhouse. The petunia plugs that I had got are coming along beautifully. I definitely think it was worth a little bit of the extra cost over the seeds to get the plugs. Not all of them made it, that's fine, that's kind of expected, but I would say a higher percentage made it than seeds for sure. Miniature rose bush is going gangbuster, and the figs are really coming alive here. I'm still having a little bit of a problem with mealybugs. I don't think the sulfur mix that I used, I don't think it takes care of mealybugs. Powdery mildew, rust, scab, and mites. So it may not kill mealybugs. It doesn't seem to be. But yeah, petunias are going well. It's a Mexican salvia. And then over here are the it's alyssum. those are those Sensation petunias you saw me take cuttings of. They're really doing well. We've got a bunch more over here that need to be up potted here soon. And those are some zinnias in the back. So yeah, you know, a lot of the celotias have been up potted. I gotta up pot those few. But the figs, I brought this Coledom greasy in, and it's starting to leaf out, although I'm surprised it's not leafing out faster, but it's getting there. And you can see on some of the edibles here, we've got cucumbers going. Cucumbers are really easy to grow in the greenhouse, and you can leave them in here most of the summer. They don't mind the heat. And then a tomato over there. And then, let's see. Here's the Bordeaux Negra Ramada. You can see it's starting to put out figs. So the good news is I'll have figs to eat this year. Or maybe even trade, depending on what's going on. My Italian figs. So I wanted to do a separate video on these, but I didn't get to it. And hold on, I gotta get these cucumbers out of the way. So they dropped again. This one plant dropped, which was surprising because it looked like there was a fig ripening. So let's go ahead and just take a look at it. I'm gonna guess this is one of those ones that looks like it's ripe, but actually is not. So let's see here. Why is this not focusing? Focus! Okay. Let's cut this open and see what it looks like inside. My guess is it's going to be a mess inside. Probably a lot of plant-like material with no fruit. Oh, I can't even open it. Hold on. Alright, here you go. And you can see, yes, it looks like it is an unfertilized fig, unfortunately. So, I've got to start marking these trees. So that one there is definitely looking like it is not going to be common. And I believe it was this one in the back we already proved was not common, or at least it dropped a fig. It might be because it's young, I might let it go, it depends on the space I need. These guys are not looking too hot. Same thing. It's feeling squishy, but not ripening. So it's not looking good for these Italian cuttings I have in here. It may have been a lot of work for not much success, but my local nursery had been at least taking some of these for even just for landscape plants, you know, just knowing they won't fruit. So these might be going there here shortly. I'll ask my friends that gave them to me, the cuttings, if they want them. If not, might be time to dump them. Another edible, some basil that the local nursery gave us. This is supposed to be, it's called an Emerald Towers. It's supposed to be a new variety that doesn't go to bloom as quick and is more resistant to powdery mildew, so we will see. And then way up here, up top, you can see my snap peas are taking off like crazy. Actually, I didn't see them today, but they're really going gangbusters up there in the sun. And you can see here's a couple that I transplanted, not going quite as well, so they really do like the sun. And some more cucumbers that I need to move into a sunnier place. Some seeds still going. These are some zinnia seeds from 2 or 3 years ago that they might come out. We'll see. I think that's all weeds back there. So we'll see how they do. And then this is a Ronde de Bordeaux that I just cut off my tree today and stuck in. Look at this neat little rooting pot. So this was what my, I got a new rose bush, and the rose bush came into it. And I was like, wow, this thing is perfect for starting cuttings. So I popped one in there, cut it off today, put a little rooting hormone on it, and put an RDB in there. I'd like to plant this in ground on the side of the house. The south side of the house had a couple of trees die over the winter, some evergreens, so I might just replace them with an RDB. And then in here, I planted some marigolds and some snapdragons. The marigolds are starting to pop up a little bit. The snapdragons I've lost hope on. I actually bought some more seeds when we ran out this week because home centers are still open in Pennsylvania. So Lowe's, Home Depot, places like that. The nursery that we like is still open as well. I guess they consider, places that sell vegetables as, essential, and hopefully they don't ever become fully essential, but we will see. Anyway, that's what's going on in the greenhouse. Started a new garden outside to be able to plant some additional things if things get too crazy here, but hope everybody is hunkering down. Oh, I can't forget my drink before I leave. Hopefully everybody is hunkering down and staying safe here. And lastly, my condolences to Ben. If any of you watch his channel, Ben B Seattle or Ben B Figs, I'll put a link down below. His father passed away after getting the coronavirus, so it is definitely serious. It has affected the fig community and our fig friends. So my last video was not as taking as serious as I am now. So my condolences, Ben, and hope you can do what you can do here. So, all right, everybody, I'm PA Figs. Hope you're staying safe and staying out of trouble.